Hello, my name is Caprice Elena Harwood. I've been a military spouse for 5 years. I'm a mom of one energetic son. I'm a gamer, a hobbyist artist with singing, film. I have background in multiple arts. I used to go to art school at CNM and also film at CNM. Yeah, I took Internet of Things because of that. I was really interested in technology, and also Brian Rashap opened my eyes to what IoT is and really encouraged me to get on it. Being a military spouse, you travel a lot. I've been to 4 bases within 4 years of being a military spouse. That's a new base every year. My son's been with me in our travels, of course. We've been to Monterey, California, um, Wichita Falls, Texas, and uh, Alamogordo, and now I'm in Albuquerque. And my husband's serving in Korea, Busan. Family. Yeah, my experience level was just extracurriculars in high school. I did robotics for mathematics. I did web development here and there for just extracurriculars, internships, and uh, it never really stuck because, of course, it's high school and like, yeah, if you don't use it, you lose it. So my experience coming in was not a lot. Um, my motivation, I'm a gamer, artisan, singer. I didn't really care much for health, I guess, aside from being a Planet Fitness employee. But being a mother has this way of changing your core values, um, whether willingly or against your will. For instance, I value sleep. I'm not able to do that anymore. Um, but yeah. But this program has also helped me get more social with my family. My dad's a mechanic. He's our go-to for working on computers, and now I have something to talk to him about, and I've been able to be in the classroom with him and see a different side of him. And also, I finally understand what the heck my husband's doing at work. He works on jets. He talks about um, schematics and all this junk I didn't understand until I took this class for 3 months. Now we have something to relate on. I have something to relate with my father-in-law. He works on architecture and also works on Arduinos for a hobby. Also, we did a project in class where we essentially created a plane with a gyro and an accelerometer. And we also created a GPS using a LoRa database. Yeah. So the motivation for this was that I can't keep up with my son. Even though I'm fairly young, I always feel far behind in my health whenever I play with my son. I try to find out why, and I think this simple task, like why the simple task hurts so much, like why is there so much pain in my back? And one of those major factors was my posture. I knew I must do something, so here's my son, and I can't keep up.
I figure out. I figure out.
This is saying jump again. I'm higher.
That Epsom salt?
That is sugar, a whole bag, a whole bag. My mom's in the background saying, no, she just got it. She just got it. And like, we haven't had sugar for like 2 months, and she finally got sugar, and it's all over the floor. My husband said he craves the snow. Okay, so I'm giving us a word of the day because I picked this word randomly. The next slide will say it's from the Great Gatsby, 17th century word, a term used for loud or harsh, which is exactly what the chair strives to be. The strident straightener is your cranky smart chair that helps by giving you tough love and reminds us about the hard things we must do for the ones we love. Strident is presenting a point of view, especially a controversial one, in an excessively unpleasant and forceful way, much like how our grandparents told us, "Aye, get your posture up." Like, you're gonna break your back or whatever they said. I wasn't listening, but now I am, now that it hurts. So that's our word of the day, strident. Yeah. In The Great Gatsby, they talk about the divides in classisms. Like, he wants to stay away from the rich people, but he's so drawn by them. They're so fantastic. And I think that relates with us in that our posture needs to be good for our health, but it's so easy just to lounge back. So we're torn between comfortable and healthy. So I wanted to get out and walk eastward toward the park through the soft twilight, but each time I tried to go, I became entangled in some wild, strident argument, which pulled me back as if with ropes into a chair. And that's how I got the name for it. Another strident noise is the beeping in your car. If you have like a modern car, it's gonna beep at you if your seatbelt's not on. Is it annoying? Yes. Does it save lives? Yes. So posture will do that as well. The IoT Bootcamp's first smart chair for posture. This is slide 10. Strident, yeah, we talked about wants to be your cranky little friend, give you tough love. Basically simulating like your grandparents yelling at you as a sweet reminder. All right. So the anatomy, a skeleton. Our skeleton keeps our body upright together. It keeps our muscles and organs together while keeping us sturdy. However, if one little piece gets misaligned, the whole thing can come tumbling down like a Jenga tower. You may think you're sturdy and aligned, but over time, click, 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 and your bone shifting causes joint pressure and pain, eventually leading to deteriorating ligaments. How many of you have back pain, neck pain? You know, so much pain. Even knee pain? Yeah, pain like this is so common throughout the world nowadays. Yet people subtly cause it throughout the day without even noticing it. It's posture. Let's Yeah. I've already kind of let you in on this secret, but I'll let you in on the secret once more. Our grandmas, grandparents, family members that yelled at us were right. Fix your posture. Andale and rápido. Sit up straight. So not having your spine aligned can create a plethora of issues. But now that I've got you a tad self-conscious about all this, you could have pain, vomiting, lack of appetite, bloating. There's so many like scoliosis, kyphosis. There's so many things that could happen due to bad posture. Yeah. Fixing this doesn't always have to involve a doctor. We can use methods like exercising our posture or just rolling our arms back a little, like ever so often, keep your back straight. But you don't have to remember that. I've created something to help you called Stride and Straightener. And so essentially, we streamlined this. We're going to help you keep your posture good. Here's my demo. I kind of lost the original film. It's not that great. So that's going to be a preface. And it's going to repeat a little.
Stride and Straightener, take charge.
Welcoming the chair to Fuse Makerspace. Coding and adjustments, phase 1. Didn't realize how much data I would need to record. It felt more like science than coding, but we got there. Never worked with ultrasonic sound sensors before. That's what they do. They measure distance by sound, as you see here. Take a seat with our clearly outlined tape here. I've fastened 2 ultrasonic sensors, one at the top and the other near the bottom. The idea is that it will measure the top and bottom of your spine. This is to prevent bad posture, which leads to a plethora of health problems. This chair will yell at you to have your posture done right. Let's see it in action. This chair mimics the tough love our grandparents gave us on correcting our posture.
That's the Strident Straightener. We're going to help you take charge of your posture with tough love. Yeah, future and intended uses. So originally, I wanted to make something to help you with like physical therapy and babies learning how to walk, but we said like that's a little difficult. You would probably need something. Brian Ryship said you would probably need something like attached to your spine, which kind of reminded me of our sponsors, the Military Spouse Partnership, Netflix, which when they created a Band-Aid, essentially, that was like can go on you and detect your heart rate and all those EKG levels. So I thought maybe in the future you could use one of those Band-Aid type things to hook onto your back for posture and let you know like where you're at, where your spine is. Because the ultrasonic sensors were a little iffy, to say the least. And yeah, so I think a Band-Aid attached to your back would be a lot more accurate. It'd help you know where you're at. And I also wanted to implement a HUD like we had for our airplane. So you could see like the axis you're at. Like, am I leaning too far to the left? Am I leaning too far to the right? You'd be able to visually see that in front of you, probably at the end of the bar of where you're doing your physical therapy, or like at the end of the room when you're walking your baby. Yeah. My goal is to bring good health awareness with joy and laughter. My previous project was a baby monitor. that made the room stay at 72 degrees as recommended by WebMD. It had informational stuff for children, like if you had a sibling, it would help the sibling know that the room needs to stay at 72. The risk of like dehydration, overheating, all that, like it would teach them weather and have a cute design with it. I had a lot of data sharing options. Had Adafruit, Zaper, LoRa, and Bluetooth. Ultimately, I chose Adafruit because of the HUD that it has. LoRa we use for the GPS. It essentially makes a database where you could send all your data, like a hub where you could send all your data through radio waves. Zapier has a phone notification, and Adafruit is a web browser. Bluetooth, we use that a lot, but Adafruit has an app that you could access, but ultimately I like the browser. The browser I created for this would keep score of your posture, and you could brag to your friends that my posture is better than yours. It also has a reset button and an on-off to, reset it and track your own instead of your friends. And then I made a score sheet just in case. I found that 1 to 5 was a good posture with the ultrasonic. So you would be Wukong, king of monkeys, posture of royalty. 8, you would just be a monkey. You're just like a citizen. 9, you're a baby gorilla, and 10 plus, because it went to 100 for bad posture, would be a silverback gorilla because your spine's like this. Progress, it was a lot of testing. Originally, I used a load cell, but then I found out like it's only 10 kgs, which is like 4 bricks. So that's not human weight. So it wouldn't really do the shifting, and it's very hard to fasten onto a chair. We also use conductive threads, which we got good readings, but it's really finicky and it had to be in an exact science and exact place. But it did get a shift and it did get like a steady number for a little while. But then, yeah, it all came apart. Also, I don't know how to sew. I am open to hire. I got a hackster.io. I have LinkedIn at Caprice Harwood. Caprice.maze20@gmail.com. And I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Wanted to thank our instructors, our classmates, and Pippi for comedic relief, and our Zoom guests for attending and helping us feel special about all our projects that we've created in only 3 months. I like to thank my family in the state of New Mexico because I wouldn't have, and Netflix, because I wouldn't have this opportunity without them. State of New Mexico helps me keep free childcare for my son, and Netflix funded me to come here, and my family supported me through the whole process. So thank you, New Mexico. Thank you, family. Thank you, Netflix. Yeah, thank you.